Hello and welcome to the Motorcycle Report. My name's Ryan, and if you're like me, you want to know all there is to know about the past, present, and future of the motorcycle world. For today's report, I'd like to talk about the evolution of handlebars. Because motorcycles can't be steered telepathically, handlebars are needed for steering. They come in all shapes and sizes. There's the standard bars that look similar to what you might find on a mountain bike, close quarter 45-degree racing configurations for super bikes and consumer crotch rockets or bullet bikes. Cruiser styles seem to run the gamut from standard to relaxed to ape hangers. And can't those ape hangers get all crazy? Yeah, how high is too high? Are we talking about handlebars or substance abuse? Maybe a bit of both, but I'm not sure. Back in the day, that day being around the time when motorcycles were invented, in the late 18th and early 19th century, most of the handlebars being used were of the parallel variety. Parallel to the road beneath them and to each other as they point toward the back end of the motorcycle. Companies like Harley-Davidson, Thor, Indian, Henderson, and Pierce, just to name a few, initially created motorcycles that ran on rigid frames without the benefit of shock absorbers. Cars and motorcycles were invented around the same time. If cars had been invented long before the motorcycle, then the benefit of shock-supported rides might have changed the initial handlebars configuration. Without shocks and with the roads way worse back then than they are now, well, depending on how much emphasis your community puts on road maintenance, there had to be a way to keep your tailbone from getting sore. For bicycle riders whose bicycles still have rigid frames, standing when going over rocks and bumps so that their knees and elbows can absorb the impact is the best way to go. The parallel bars in gymnastics, the parallel bars in physical therapy, show us that the least difficult way to raise ourselves up and sustain ourselves in an upright position is through these types of bars. For years, these parallel bars were the standard handlebars. They are similar to what's called beach bars today. Some motorcycle companies started using shock absorbers sooner than others. Harley-Davidson didn't give up the rigid frame until the late 1940s. These days, there are shocks all over the place on most motorcycles. Front shocks are usually dual, rear shocks are often found in dual or single, and handlebar shocks are basically miniature versions of these. Most shocks are of the spring and gas-filled variety. Steering dampers help control the handlebars to minimize potential wobble. The cost of a new set of handlebars can run anywhere from $15 all the way up to, quote, "I'm not spending that kind of money on handlebars," unquote, expensive. They're made of aluminum alloy or chrome-plated steel, as well as more expensive types of bars that are made from titanium. But I doubt that any of these metals are clearly better than the other when it comes to the comfort of a ride. I would consider it an advantage to have a medium-strength grade metal for my bars rather than something super strong like titanium. If I low side or just crash in general, I'd prefer that the handlebars have some give. Better them than the bones in my arms. What's the practical use of handlebars today? Common sense can be used to decide, just as it was way back when. Now that the road isn't so rough and we got shocks, standard bars for the bicycle style, short-angled racing bars for close corners in the laid-down position, a relaxed position for the easygoing cruiser rider. And then the ape hangers are, nope, I don't know if there's any practical use for ape hangers. Might as well just call them attention getters. That ends this report. If you enjoyed this video and would like to hear more, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.